Up on Facebook. All right, everybody, I'm going to introduce our next guest. Sue Parker is here from PVD Pups. There we go. And Teddy. Hi, buddy.
Hi. Say hi, Teddy.
Hi, Teddy.
What's up over there, buddy?
He sees a window. How you doing, Sue?
Good, how are you?
Good. Come
Thank
on
you for having
over.
us.
Good to see you.
You too.
All right. I don't know how much we can see of Teddy, but she brought him in anyway because I was like, why not? Hi, Teddy. So we're going to talk a little bit about PVD Pups, your therapy program, and you. So tell me a little bit about PVD Pups.
PVD Pups is the program that we started at TF Green Airport. It's exclusive to the airport, so we have 40 dogs. All the dogs.
40?
We have 40.
40? I didn't know there was that many.
Yeah, there's that many, and it actually keeps growing as we move forward. Everybody wants to do it now. So there's 40 dogs. The dogs are trained exclusively for the airport. So the stimuli at the airport is tough. That's the hardest part, to get the dogs to do it around that type of stimuli, because when you think about it, how many dogs see a golf cart going by?
Yeah.
Or escalators, or a lot of elevators, a lot of traffic. There could be 80 people wanting to pet your dog at once. So they really have to be the best of the best to do it. They have to have pretty solid basic obedience to start. We like a canine good citizen to start. And then we put them through this very, very tough program. And if they make it, they get certified. If they don't, they get thanks for
trying. Here's a cookie.
Here's a cookie.
So how do you, and Teddy is one of your PVD Pups.
Yep, he's the mascot, actually.
Teddy, what's going on out there?
Yes,
Hi,
yeah,
buddy.
He sees him working out there.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what is it like to train? How do you really train for that? Because I can imagine all the stuff that's going on in the airport. I mean, people get stressed out going to the airport. So what is it like to get these dogs, and how do you do that?
Well, you start by just basically taking them through, running them through. And we don't do much of anything when we run them through. We're just looking for how they handle the stimuli. So if you picture an airport, let's say 3 planes get off at the same time, or roundabout, and all of a sudden you have this funnel of people, and they have their luggage in tow, and they're flying.
Yeah.
And the dog is either going to be like, all right, I got this, or they're going to be, oh, and they're going to go run and hide. You're looking for a dog that can handle it. A lot of them are stressed out when they start, but you really can see, usually within the first hour or so, how they're going to handle it. If they totally melt and shut down, it's probably not the right dog for that type of stimuli. You'll see the golf cart go by, because it takes the people back and forth, and you'll see the dogs, oh my God, what is that? And then some dogs are just like, whatever. You look for dogs that can handle 80 people trying to pet him at once. What is the dog going to do? He actually came right from the pound, and we were training 3 days later, and he handled it perfectly.
Teddy, good job.
The big blooper for Teddy is food. So one day, I'll say Harry, my husband, was handling, I won't take credit for it, but one day somebody put her canvas bag down, and Teddy helped himself to her salami and cheese sandwich.
Oh, you did.
So, who is that over there? So that was a little bit of an issue.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a whoops. But we put them through 8 full weeks, and we're there for a couple hours at a time, and we really work around that stimuli. Well, so we work on long down stays, we work on leash training, because you have to really have good leash skills, heeling, working around those big crowds. What is your dog going to do when 5 people at once want to pet the dog? So we'll do a little bit of tricks, put the dog off to the corner, work on things like that, work on people eating and food. So
my dog would be like drooling everywhere. And
It's tough. And really work them around. There's working dogs at the airport. You have your dog sniffing dogs. You have your bomb dogs, and they are there to do a job. We are just really there for entertainment. So we have to really work around them. Your dog has to be rock solid around other dogs. Your dog has to not be able to bark around other dogs. Then you have passengers' dogs, and they come on, and one day last year
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, people have their pets. Yeah,
you have to really work around that. That's kind of been difficult for a lot of us. So we're working there, and last Christmas I was there, and I was really having a good shift, and all of a sudden this little tiny dog jumped off a woman's lap and started chasing me, and I really panicked because I didn't know what to do, and it's just chasing me and Teddy down the corridor, and I just put him in a downstay, and he stayed, and I diffused the situation. So we teach them how to diffuse, how to deal with situations like that. Some people don't like dogs, and that's okay too. That's not our goal to, make you like our dogs. If you're not a dog person, we just move on. You have to go through the badging process. That's a whole process. So everybody has to go through TSA and be badged, and that's a little bit of a process. It's a lengthy process. So the people really go through a lot to do it. And then we ask them to volunteer a couple times a month. I'm there like 2 or 3 times a week because I'm usually teaching. He's there about once a week with either myself or Harry. And you have people that once they go through it, then they're like, wow, that's a lot of work. And then they're like, didn't really, think it was going to be this much work. So some people drop out due to that. But for the most part, people stick with it.
And what really have you seen happen? Do you think this is really a big benefit? Why did you decide?
Well, they reached out to me and asked me, and I just had never heard of it. So then I started researching, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I have to try. And actually, I had a lot of naysayers, and they were like, oh, that's not going to fly. Who's going to want a dog at the airport? I'm like, well, we're going to try. And they've been excellent to work with. And I tried it. My 2, I don't know if you remember her. You might remember from the shelter. I have a 3-legged dog, Bella.
Oh yeah, Bella.
And I tried Bella, and Bella ran and hid when the dog cart came by. And I was like, well, she probably won't work.
She's not going to work.
Nope. So then he was available for adoption. So a friend of mine, talked to me about him, and she brought him over, and he seemed to flip the bill. So we started working with him. But what I found the first day we were there, because I do it with my husband, the 2 of us trained the dogs at the program. So we were there, and I was with my other friend who has a husky who's in the program, and there was this pregnant lady, and she was about ready to deliver a baby any day, and she was actually flying back to California. But there was a layover due to a storm, and she had 4-year-old twins. And she had been there for 9 hours.
Oh, my.
So she saw us all coming up, the 3 of us coming up, and she's like, ladies, gentlemen, please help. So we're looking, and we're like, hey, what can we do for you? She's like, please, my kids, they've been here for 9 hours. I'm like, okay. And she was crying. She started crying. I'm like, wow, this really works. And then another time we were there, lady came, and she's talking to us, and she started crying, and I didn't know why, and I didn't really feel the need to ask. And she's like, my mom died. I'm going to my mother's funeral.
Oh, my.
I needed this so much. So you don't think of some of the reasons why people are flying. I just always thought, oh, they're going on vacation. Right? Who
Going
cares?
to, Florida or something for
it's
fun.
Like, what do I need to be there for? Like, you're going on vacation, not me. But there's a lot of different things that happen out there that you don't know why those people are flying. They get layovers, they're bored. Kids, they're bored. They just, they don't know what to do. We get a lot of requests, really big amount of requests for kids that are flying, and a lot of autistic children. They'll send me an email and they'll say, hey, we're flying out on this day. Could one of you become, available at this time? And we always try. Kids love it. Kids really get a kick out of the dogs. It's just been a huge hit, and I don't know why. Other than what I just said, it's just been a huge hit. It's just an avenue I never thought of. And now, I really just most of my work, I'd say 95% of my work now, I really just did basic dog training, and now I've really kind of turned into a specialty of just doing pet therapy work. Well, with the shelter stuff.
And do you think just being around dogs helps people relax in the airport? Just kind of gives them a sense of calm?
Yeah, because it's just something funny and comical. And you never know what the dog's going to do. So you're always just, sitting by the seat of your pants going, all right, let's hope this flies. But people love it. They love it. With him, the hardest piece for me and my husband is, okay, you're eating. Yeah. You probably just paid a lot of money for that dinner. We'll kind of take off for a while and we'll come back. Somebody gave him once the Johnny Rocket cabinet, and
you guys can scoot over a little bit.
Before I could get out the door, we did get out the door. Luckily, he had a little accident because he's lactose intolerant. So if somebody gives them their cabinets, we have a little bit of a problem. A lot of times, kids want to feed the dogs, so we try and not allow that to happen.
And where do you get the dogs from?
Well, me, it's
but people watching don't know.
Most of the work is I farm out from my own private clients. So most of the people that come to us are my own private people that come for the hopes of maybe being, the dog being the therapy dog in the future. So we'll do the canine good citizen classes is what I mainly teach, and I'll see something in the dog and the person. And you're looking for somebody that's very people friendly as well, because you have to deal with the people.
You have to deal with the people too.
Right. So, I'll look at them like, hey, you kind of have the knack. Do you want to give it a try? And they'll say yes. That's the majority of the people. They come from my own clientele. The rest of the people are referrals from people that know somebody that's in the program. And every now and again, somebody will see something on TV or promotional event we're doing, and they'll send me an email and they'll say, hey, I want to give it a try. I heard about it because, and that's where they pretty much come from.
And some dogs you get from shelters too. So there might be a secret to like Freckles.
He's in it.
Freckles and Teddy. So some shelter dogs out there are definitely worthwhile candidates.
There's, in the program that I can think of off the top of my head, there's probably 15 to 20 that are shelter dogs.
That's amazing.
And because remember, the majority of the people that I have are people that have adopted. And I'm all about adoptions. I mean, I love all dogs. And I don't really, put a preference on where you get the dog from for this program.
Yeah.
But I'm all about shelter dogs myself, and anybody that knows me knows that. So we're always trying to promote up the shelter dogs. And Freckles is actually going to graduate around St. Patrick's Day.
That's great. I know I saw that picture and I was like, Freckles. That's a dog that I've worked with in my rescue work. So if people are interested in, if they think they would be a good fit, or if they think their dog would be a good fit, they should just contact you and see if they want to volunteer at the airport. So the people and the dog need to go through the training program, a vigorous training program.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, Sue Parker, thank you so much for joining us with the dynamic dog training and PVD Pups and Teddy, her dog. I'm curious, has anybody been weary because he's a pit mix? Has anybody been weary, or they're just like, yeah, dog, I just need to pet a dog and feel better?
They wear a big, I forgot it at home where he would have had it on. They wear a big green vest that says pet me. So when they come by, people are just looking at the vest, and now everybody loves Teddy. I've had not one issue with Teddy, with people being afraid of him. They're either dog people or they're not. They don't really base it on a breed. Over there, they base it on, hey, a dog, or get that thing away from me.
Like, I'm allergic, get away, or just like, I don't want to drool, or don't eat my sandwich.
Don't eat my sandwich.
Oh, great. All right, Sue Parker, thank you so much for joining us with PVD Pups. So if you're flying out of TF Green and you need to relax and unwind a little bit, you can look for her and the dogs in the green vest, or the people and the dogs in the green vest, because it might not always be you. All right, well, thank you so much. That's going to wrap up our Lifestyle Hour.